Are you ready for some more Outriders news updates? So I'm currently honestly addicted to this game right now, and I cannot wait for the final version to come out here on April 1st. Now, we have a brand new official update from Square Enix about what they're doing with legendary drops. We're going to go over this right here, and it also pertains to bosses in the world and a warning from Square Enix for those that are deciding to basically cheat the system. It's interesting because we're seeing some people that are out there bragging about having all the legendary weapons, all the legendary gear, and apparently there's this mod menu system. It's a trainer which allows you to actually cheat the entire game and unlock these legendary weapons a lot sooner than you really should be able to. And Square Enix has some choice words about what they're going to be doing about these people that decide to actually cheat the system. So let's dive in. Hey everyone, what's happening? Overworld Games here. Hope you're doing good, and let's see what's going on with Outriders right now. So we have an update regarding chest dropping legendaries in the Outriders demo. It says, having listened to very reasonable community feedback, we have enabled the Goss Boss chest to drop legendaries again, as we should indeed be rewarding boss runs. Other chests still cannot drop legendaries. Now, I actually went in and I tested this for myself facing off against this infamous boss right here. And, you know, I faced him several times and I did not get any legendaries. I did get some cool weapons, you know, still. Like, there's some really cool weapons despite not getting a legendary. It just means that legendaries are, in my opinion, working the way they should be. They are super rare. And right now, Square Enix are dealing with people that are trying to farm the hell out of this demo and exploiting it, because you will be able to carry over your progress into the full game. And they're kind of trying to nerf things so that, you know, your progress in the final build of the game isn't hurt, that you actually have some stuff to loot when the full game comes out here on April 1st. So I completely get where they're coming from, but it's nice that they actually updated the game to revert back to having the boss drop legendaries. But again, I think they are working appropriately in that they are super rare. Now, of course, you have certain people out there bragging about obtaining like all sorts of legendaries, do this for to obtain like every legendary in the world, and they're showcasing this huge list of both gear and weapons. Well, apparently there is a trainer on PC, and you can use this trainer to cheat your way to those legendaries and basically fast track your way. And yeah, this has been happening a lot. So this was actually the discussion out on Reddit here from Dr. Robert Ford MD, who says, a message to the devs and the community: be wary of advocating any loot change alterations based on many people here who show off that they have all legendaries. It skews the perception that loot is easy to get when in fact they are cheating. And I've seen like some really weird divisive comments from the community saying, you know, some people are saying, you know, that they have gotten legendaries, and then there's others that are saying that they aren't getting anything at all. And that of course would be a problem if you're not getting any type of legendaries. But what I'm seeing from most players that are playing it in a legit fashion is that legendaries are actually super rare in this game. So that's something super important to note. Now, Square Enix did actually reply to this thread, by the way, and they go on to say the following. We can see exactly how many people have how many legendaries via our back-end metrics, and also how many of those use cheats to gain them. We don't need to base such decisions on the amount of Reddit posts talking about legendaries. So they have their own analytics, and that's how they're basing their changes in terms of updates and things like that. Now, they did say this: I'd like to think we will be able to be much more surgical in who we snap and what will actually happen to those who have been snapped. But these are all decisions that we are taking our time with in order to ensure we get it right. Snap. So yeah, that's their little warning to anyone out there that's deciding to go out there and cheat. They're going to do the Thanos snap to them most likely when the full game does inevitably come out here on April 1st. So if they're seeing people that are cheating, getting an enormous amount of legendaries, they'll probably just reset their progress. I'm curious to see what they're also doing about these cheat engines or trainers that people are using, if they're going to actually be able to stop people from using them. There's supposed to be 4 single-player sessions, I guess. But again, this game has co-op and things like that. And honestly, I think anyone that uses those trainers should, you know, have their stuff reset. I don't know if they should go as far as banning. Let me know what you guys make of that. But cheating is cheating. And yeah, it's definitely outside of the intent that Square Enix is wanting from this game. Or I should say People Can Fly. They're the developers. All right, now, this was also a headline. It says, people are farming the Outriders demo so hard, the developers are stepping in, and they step in time and time again so far. And People Can Fly, they're pretty much on it. It goes on to say the following. This is the part that I wanted to get to most notably. It says, progress in the Outriders demo carries forward into the main game, and you're able to repeat much of the content in the demo over and over again in the hopes of snagging a super powerful item from a chest or enemy. So players are farming the demo to fill their mod library and acquire multiple legendaries. I managed to snap a legendary myself while playing. Nice. It says, in a Reddit post, developer People Can Fly says that the front loading of progression within the demo may impact the balance of the progression system in the main game. They say this, of course, it's every player's decision on how to play the game for themselves, and we do not want to prevent people from farming the demo for gear if they enjoy it. However, we would like to ensure that this process is not overly simplistic, easy, or prone to exploitation. Yeah, there was a loot cave exploit that was quickly squashed by People Can Fly. So yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens with this game, because right now they're dealing with kind of an Anthem thing that's going on, in my opinion. They're altering the loot drops consistently based on what's going on with the community, and it could actually backfire when the full game comes out if in fact the loot is far too rare and people are constantly getting like greens and blues, and that's all they're getting. Of course, they're going to want their legendaries while they play this game. So that's also something to note as well. So let's keep going. Now, a lot of people are absolutely loving this development team, People Can Fly. You can see right here, it says, development team, where have you guys been for the last 15 years? You guys are exceeding expectations around good company communication and feedback addressing. Set that bar high and keep up the great work. Let's hope there other companies follow your path. He says, I'm not sure what to put here. You guys are simply doing an incredible job. A bar needs to be set on how a company interacts with the players. You are the ones to do it. So yeah, and there's a note here. This is really important. It says, just remember that this isn't a live service. The community shouldn't expect too many changes after launch unless they're going to be fixing game-breaking bugs. Expansions shouldn't be the path to excessive changes to the core gameplay either. I'm expecting exactly what they're selling, a 30 to 40 hour story with a finite end game grind. Some of us probably come from a pre-world Monster Hunter background, so it's a lot like that. So yeah, people are kind of excited that this isn't going to be a live service game, which is definitely very interesting. Let me know if you guys want to see this game have tons and tons of updates or not. So please sound off if that's something that you want. Now, also, there's something I wanted to know as well. If you're actually playing the demo, you need to know this right here: how to claim your world tier rewards in Outriders. And you could skip this so easily, trust me. So you want to go into the actual world tier menu when you see that. And as you upgrade to world tiers, you will be notified that you have unlocked an award. Go to your world tier menu and acquire your award by highlighting over that menu, holding down the prompted button, and then claiming your menu. It will claiming your reward, I should say, and then it will end up in your inventory menu, and then you could equip whatever you were awarded, whatever that may be. But remember to actually do that. That's something that you can easily forget. It's hidden away in the menus, and honestly, I think there needs to be more of a prominent prompt with that for sure. Now it's time to go over your top comments with the recent Outriders news video I did. A lot of you guys were actually thrilled that it wasn't a Cyberpunk video, so that was cool to see. So let's dive into this right here. So, big news update right here, legendary weapons, and let's see what Eddie says. He says, couldn't imagine hearing someone spelling it Square Onyx. Yeah, all right. Actually, it is kind of funny though. Kranus says, can't wait to turn motion blur off Wish that my legendary sniper wasn't deleted due to the stupid random item deletion bug. Hopefully I can somehow get it back. That's a terrible bug. Like, holy crap. And they said they're addressing that, but holy crap, dude. It says, oh, and I do hate, excuse me, that they're doing the loot system in the demo. Really want to get some orange and purple gear since that grind is the only thing left for the demo. But at least they got a small chance from boss runs. Exactly. Yeah, I mispronounced it. I don't know. Don't ask me. Sometimes that's just how my brain works. Omar says, demo was good, played it, liked it, can't wait for the full game with the fixes. Eddie's like, this isn't CD Projekt Red news. What is happening? I know, right? You guys asked for variety content, something different, and yeah, you know, I'm excited to cover Outriders. Scotty says, Outriders might be another hidden treasure, whereas it might be a great game, but won't sell well due to it being a new IP that people might be skeptical about. So it's interesting you mentioned that. Same thing could be said about games like Dark Souls, Demon Souls. I remember when Demon Souls first came out, no one knew what in the world that game was, and by word of mouth, it took off. So there still is potential here for this game to take off by word of mouth, especially if people can really hone into what people want with the loot system, because I feel like that's by far one of the toughest endeavors with a looter shooter like this. So I think it's going to be challenging, to be honest. You know, BioWare failed with Anthem. It's super easy to fail with this type of system. So yeah, crossing my fingers they can get it right. It seems like they're super in tune to what's going on. They want to keep the loot system and legendaries in particular rare. That makes sense to me. So we'll see how the community reacts once the full game comes out and legendaries are actually just that very rare. Because it seems like, I don't know, either people were using this trainer on PC to cheat their way through it, or legendaries weren't rare. But from what I have played personally, they are very rare in the game right now. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Outriders news updates and, of course, more open world gaming goodness. And I will see you all next time. Take care.